Hello everybody, today I'm going to share with you this Sylvania 65 watt, 200 watt equivalent, cool white CFL bulb. Now this particular bulb I picked up quite a long time ago, and I found these giant CFLs interesting because I started to see them everywhere being used as retrofits. Of course the retrofits and floodlights and stuff like that didn't look so good, but it looked interesting, you know, it was different. It was something that you didn't see all the time. So I was set out to try to find these giant CFLs, and this is one of them. I have a couple others and they have videos as well, but this particular one is in a box, and I believe now Sylvania puts them in their plastic packaging that they use for other bulbs as well. And all of these giant CFLs are even now being phased out by giant LED bulbs, which are they just produce so much glare, it is ridiculous. But if that's what people like, then whatever, I guess. But let's take a look at this particular bulb. You can see all the information there at the top. Saves $108, I guess. And lumens and watts and hours there at the bottom. We can also see the bulb there inside, which is pretty nice. On the side, we can see equivalent, information, caution, some information here on the bottom. Same stuff on the back, except it's not cut out so you can't see the bulb. Some extra warranty information here and whatever else. Mercury, all that happy stuff. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. It says Easy Open Smart Pack. Okay. And now they want to go get your scissors and try to cut it open the best you can pack. So we'll move that big box out of the way. Now the first thing you probably noticed is this tube right here. And I believe that was used in manufacturing to hold the mercury whatever pellet there, so that when it's manufactured it doesn't fall out. But that's my guess at why this is there. And I think the ones that they still have today still have that. But yeah, that's why that that tube is there. But a very thick, you know, fluorescent tube in general, I'd say it's probably T6 in size, and that seems to be pretty common for these giant CFLs. Now, interestingly, the base here in the ballast compartment, this is metal. This is plastic, that's plastic, but this is metal, this piece here. And you can see Sylvania 65 watt, 1.10 amps there. An absolutely gigantic bulb. If you look closely enough in there, you can see the yellow of the ballast. So this little bump here at the top houses the ballast. Of course, there's more ballasting equipment down here, like the board and stuff like that. But the little transformer is up in this part right here. So let's compare it to the size of a 300 watt bulb and a regular sized bulb. So you can see this thing is definitely bigger than a 300 watt, and I don't have a regular size 200 watt one with me right now, but it would be in between these, maybe about here. So this is definitely bigger than the 200 watts that it's supposed to replace, so make sure that your fixture is big enough to accept a bulb like this. So we'll move these out of the way, and let's go ahead and get our socket here and screw it in. Now, with a big bulb like this, it is very important to screw it in by the base and not by the tube, because you may loosen the tube from its grip here or even break it, and that's no good at all, obviously. So let's go ahead and turn it on. And it turns right on. I'd say right now it's probably as bright as a 60 watt bulb, but as you can tell, it's definitely going to take some time to warm up. But when it does, this thing is absolutely bright. It is very, very bright. Now, it's not a good idea to set it on a fabric surface like this because it's going to get hot, but we're just letting it warm up right now, so not too big of a deal. I'm not going to leave it like that, obviously, for a long period of time. But I do know a lot of people like to use these bulbs for growing things, and if you'd like to use a bulb like this, I've seen people use this exact bulb and some of the other big CFLs that I have for growing different things. And the thing that you need to look at, though, is if you need a certain color temperature for what you're trying to produce. Because I've heard, you know, you need a certain color temperature for things that bloom and certain color temperature for things that need foliage or whatever. I'm not an expert on, you know, growing things indoors, but these bulbs are good for that. I've heard a lot of people use this exact same bulb for growing things, and they've had a lot of success. I don't know. This one's just in my collection. But now that we've talked a little bit, it is pretty much at full brightness, and this thing is very, very bright. Let me hold it above the camera here. And, well, that's just going to reflect everything everywhere. But it's a very bright CFL. This would also be a great CFL. Of course, you need some type of a diffusing material over it. But for, like, videos and stuff, too, because of the nice color temperature that it has. Very nice color temperature. So yeah, videos this bulb would be great for as well. A lot of possibilities with these daylight or warm white, or, well, this isn't warm white. This is obviously not warm white. This is cool white, daylight, whatever. It's on the white side of things, but it's definitely not warm. So, I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and even the lights in the room that I just turned on can't even compensate for how bright this thing is. There, I'm trying to refocus it. Anyway, once again, I really do hope you enjoyed this video of this Sylvania 65watt, 200watt equivalent CFL bulb. Also, please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.